Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to my channel and video today. It is November the 2nd. Oh my gosh, it's already the 2nd of November 2020. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, giving my videos thumbs up, sending me comments. It's all about Norwegian today. We just got the word that Norwegian has canceled all December sailings for Norwegian Cruise Lines, Oceania, Regent Seven Seas. The entire line shut down another month, even though the CDC gave a conditional permission to start sailing first week of November. What is going on? Why would these cruise lines be doing this? We heard yesterday that Carnival basically eliminated all sailing offerings for the month of December from their website without making any kind of official announcement. But here's what's really happening. If you want to know what's really going on, these cruise lines are figuring out the nightmare of the CDC provisional lifting of the no sail order. As I have been talking about the last couple of days, the CDC has allowed cruise lines to technically start sailing again, but the hoops that they have to go through are so onerous that it is going to take a miracle for a cruise line to literally start sailing again out of U.S. ports. The requirements to have onshore accommodation on standby for potential positive testing passengers for COVID, this is going to run these cruise lines an unbelievable fortune. I mean, what hotel do you know that would voluntarily say, oh yeah, hey, no problem. I would love to make my hotel a COVID quarantine center. That would be great. I'll tell everyone else to go away, and I'll just deal with cruise lines on a standby basis and put my entire hotel up as a quarantine center. This will go over well. Can you imagine the folks at Marriott advertising that service? Not gonna do it. Not gonna happen. And other issues like simulated cruisings. Here's a blank check requirement. You have to conduct simulated sailings with other people, and you have to allow CDC officials on board, and every little violation or every little issue that could come up could negate the ability of the cruise line to get a COVID health sailing certificate. I don't even know what the heck that means. What it means in reality, though, it ain't going to happen. There's no way these cruise lines can be able to pull this off. The folks at Norwegian are wise enough to say, you know what, here's what we're going to do. We'll just cancel our all of our sailings till the end of the year. So we won't even offer a sailing until January. And in reality, by doing this, we only have to give refunds or future cruise credits for the month of December because we've already done it for November anyway. And we'll figure out between now and then what the lay of the land really is, because if the election tomorrow goes the way it might go, there might be a new president in town. On the other hand, it might be the same guy. Why don't we wait this out, because it's going to take weeks to determine the final determination of this whole thing. Why don't we just wait this out and then figure out what we're doing here, because right now they do not know what the policy really is. It's going to be something. Thank you again, by the way, for subscribing to this channel. This video is being sponsored by all of you who are watching this channel of mine. Thanks again for subscribing. Those of you who are becoming sponsor members of the channel, you are the backbone of Traveling with Bruce. You are keeping me on the air. Thank you, all of you. I have a special show just for sponsor members, Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern, Friday at 3 in the afternoon Eastern, and we throw in some trivia as well. And as a special thank you to all sponsor members, you will receive your very own Creston Traveling with Bruce postcard, custom made. Just let me know your address, and I'll be happy to send you one of those. Also, those of you who've been visiting my RedBubble store, picking up items there, you've also been helping keeping me on the air. I really, really appreciate it. The folks at Carnival and Royal Caribbean and Norwegian, they are burning $1.1 billion of cash every month, waiting around for the opportunity to start resailing. The reality is, though, this isn't CDC's fault that these guys aren't sailing. It's not any health agency's fault anywhere in the world. It's not a politician's fault either. The reality is that these cruise lines cannot sail anywhere on the planet right now without worrying about the virus. The virus is the enemy, and it doesn't care where you are and who you are. It just wants a place to thrive. And the virus seems to thrive in the lungs of willing participants willing to breathe in the virus's, germs or whatever you want to call it, spores, I don't know. And there are plenty of takers. Unfortunately for mankind as a whole, there are plenty of people out there willing to take the chance to catch this virus and try to defeat it. The problem is that they might defeat it, but by the time they do, they've spread it to dozens of their friends and relatives, and those folks might not be as fortunate. Europe right now, absolutely inundated with the virus. The shutdowns are being announced left, right, and center. There is a no-sail order in the United Kingdom with no restart date. There's going to be continued shutdowns in Germany, France, Italy, Spain. There'll be no summer cruising this year in the Mediterranean that I can see that'll be allowed. I don't know what cruise port is going to allow cruise ships in with the way this is going. In the U.S. and the Caribbean and Alaska, the Mediterranean and the maritime provinces in Canada, you can forget about it. There'll be no sailing anywhere through Canadian ports probably this entire year in 2021. It just doesn't look like it's going to happen. Canada is just systematically delaying the no-sail order, extending it without having to justify anything. And I just don't see, being a Canadian, I can't see how the Canadian government's going to allow cruise ships in for 2021. That leaves U.S. ports, Caribbean ports, South American ports, perhaps having cruise ships come in, but these cruise lines know they are already getting all kinds of restrictions and all kinds of hoops that they have to go through just to get into Caribbean ports. South America is coming and going with its rules and regulations and its virus counts. Australia, New Zealand, they have really knocked down the virus's counts, but even they are reluctant to allow cruise ships in because they just don't trust the fact that there could be dozens of people on board these ships, crew and or passengers, unknowingly carrying the virus despite all of our best intentions. Norwegian has already said publicly it's going to take us 60 days to get a cruise ship up and running. Carnival has got another problem. Not only have they got the 60-day problem, they've also got a judge in Miami all over them telling them they have to have a special certificate, a safety certificate for a 30-day time frame to even get certified to come into the U.S. ports. So I can tell you, folks, it does not look good when you really read the fine print. The headlines look great, appetizing, appealing, good news everywhere. Every newspaper, every vlogger, we're all talking about how great it is that the CDC has lifted the no-sail order, but the reality is these cruise lines are canceling sailings month by month by month. They know deep down and in the fine print there's no darn way they're going to be able to start sailing into the U.S. Safely. They can't guarantee it, and the CDC is politically stepping through minefields to, on the one hand, make it appear that it's all great, but on the other hand, you're not going to do it. Folks, that's the story, and it's a depressing one, I know, but it's the truth, and we're going to keep following this. Do not be surprised if all cruise lines cancel sailings to the end of the year into January, and then we'll see what happens after that. The virus is still here, and we're not prepared to get rid of it voluntarily, and so the same continues. Thank you for joining me today, listening to this long, depressing rant. We'll try to bring you better news as soon as we can. Join me today, Monday, 7 o'clock for the Sponsor Member Show, 8 o'clock for the big live show. We'll keep you posted, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.